Alright, so today I'm going to do some manual flight survey mapping with the Avata 2 to see if it's even possible. Go up to we'll go up to 100 feet. I've got my airspace authorization. Now there's no direction indicator, no telemetry for the direction to fly. So I got a couple options here. I can use kind of this fence line to line up. I can also use this section line here to line up. Let's get up to 100 feet. So I think I am going to use the section line, which isn't exactly that fence line. It's kind of like right here. That's the section line right there. So the image need area is that inner square on this grid. So that I want to fly in that direction, and that image need area is going to cover the area here that we want to do the capture on, which would be this ADOT parcel where I'm parked. So it's only going to be a few images at 100 feet. Let's get back up to 100. Recording is going on. Okay, now we're going to look down. So without moving my... This is going to be the tricky part, because I want to fly it without moving my controller. So I'm keeping an eye on my... where my drone is pointing. Now I'm going to go forward, but I want to be careful not to descend or go up. I want to keep it at 100 feet. And I want to keep it going in a direction. I can tell right there my direction is kind of going off a little bit. Alright, so I'm not far enough to the left to capture the whole area. Alright, so that was the one of the tests that I was doing here. So now I'm going to scoot over. I'm kind of looking down the section line a little. Let's go forward just a little bit more. Alright, so now I can go backwards. This is going to be the hard part, is the alignment. I'm flying backwards. All I'm doing is videoing at this time. I do need to go down. I started climbing. So let's go back down to 100. I can hear some airplanes. I am in a controlled airspace, have authorization. Alright, so back to this fence. I did not track very good, did I? This is going to be the challenging part, is keeping altitude and direction. So let's get back over here. So there's the direction I want, and I got to keep my head in the right place. Okay, right there. That's the direction I want to. Let's back up some. So now down to 100. And forward. Wow. This is not going to be easy with this setup. Alright, so now let's scoot over. So do I want to scoot over, or do I want to turn? I think I want to turn. I think that will be easier. Alright, climb a little bit. Come up here. Now turn. Come over here. Turn. Alright. Excuse me. So, talking while trying to do all of this is also a challenge. You just need to practice. I'm not going to do real mapping with this. I just want to see if it's possible. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to have a little fun here. So, there we go. Now I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Not doing too bad. A little high. Yeah, this is definitely not the setup to map with, but in a pinch, if you had to, you could work. So I don't, you know, without GCPs and processing that, I'm not sure how the vertical is going to work. Past experience has told me that it would be adequate, but not perfect. Alright, we're going to come back and get a fresh battery. With head tracking turned on, it is a little more difficult to fly. Alright, gonna zoom across here, come in and land. So, we're gonna come in, new battery, and then we'll snap some pictures. Well, that's the plan. I had to come up here to turn around because my camera's right on the end. I couldn't land from the other direction because of my camera. Okay, come on in. Come on in. Come down. Okay. Stop recording. Let's take a look at the flight parameters for the Avata 2. And start at 200. So that AGL is 3.47 centimeters. That's too much. Let's change it to 150. 2.6, that's still a little high, so 125. That's acceptable. 2.17, and then 100 is 1.74. So we want to be close to 2 centimeters ground sample distance for our mapping. So we're going to go with 100 AGL on this flight. Here are a couple of images of the flight at 100 AGL. Here is the final ortho that was created from the images that were collected and the DSM model. So the question is, can you do survey mapping with the Avata 2? I would say yes in an emergency, if that's all you had. Now we've flown this without GCP, so wasn't able to check the vertical on it, but the DSM looks pretty good. Would I recommend using the Avata 2 to map with on a serious level? The answer is no. There's other capable drones like the Mavic 3 Enterprise and the Matrice 4 Enterprise that are way much better at mapping with consistent results. The Avata 2 is just done as a test to see if it could be done, and the answer is yes, it can be done. Not recommended though. Now it does, if you use a controller with the telemetry on, the controller with the direction shown, it's much easier to do it than it is with the motion controller. But it was a fun test. If you want to learn more how to do manual mapping with any drone, I do have a book on that. So you can get that off of my webpage, www.cc4w.net, or Amazon.com, and that will give you a step-by-step instructions on how to map with any drone. Thank you for watching my videos on survey mapping made simple. To see more, like and subscribe.